Saturday college football action. We've got Central Florida at Missouri. This is going to be my play, and I'm going to be on the underdog, Central Florida. Vegas runner, I got to tell you, you look at these two teams, and public perception this week, for me, it's got to be, it's all Missouri. They're going to look, Central Florida, they've played one game. They lost to Penn State. Good ball game. Was a game over in Dublin, Ireland. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But Missouri, this is a team that now has got back-to-back blowout wins. But I got to ask you, last week, did you see the line crash late on the Missouri game? People were pounding
Huge
Toledo.
Move on Toledo right before kickoff.
And Toledo got rolled. And, sometimes, the sharp money's not
Absolutely.
always right. But somebody saw something that they didn't like in this Missouri team that they were, going with Toledo. And, maybe it's just Toledo was that bad of a team.
Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. Central Florida, this would be a bad matchup for them if they didn't have the extra week to prepare. Because it was a heartbreaking loss to Penn State. It was a game they were favored in. They were expected to win that game. That their sophomore quarterback, Holman, the kid's got a rocket for an arm. He looked good. They just couldn't run the football. That was the problem against Penn State. They rushed for only 24 yards on 29 carries. But on the flip side of that same coin, their defense held Penn State's running game to absolutely nothing, 50-something yards rushing. So we know Central Florida has a good defense against the run. Will they make Missouri one-dimensional? That's the key, because if Missouri is balanced like they are, they could create a lot of offensive problems for defensive coordinators. Personally, I think the values on Central Florida, I think it sets up nicely for Central Florida, having that extra week to prepare for Missouri. And let's not forget, they're getting back their running back, their starting running back, and their wide receiver that didn't play against Penn State. So they lost to Penn State by only 2 points without their two main skill position players. They're coming this week. I like the dog.
Yeah, well, I'm all over the dog in this one. And, for Missouri, beating South Dakota State and Toledo, that doesn't impress me at all. Public perception, though, is going to look and say they rolled over those two teams. They put up a lot of points.
22nd team in the country right now,
You've got
Missouri.
an SEC team now. Everybody loves the SEC, so they're going to play the conference card here and say that they're going to dominate. But you touched upon it. Let me take it deeper on Central Florida, why this is the great setup. Let's not forget that was tough to have to go to Ireland to open up your first game. Not only did you have to travel over there with all of the distractions, you're facing a team in Penn State that has a great quarterback, established quarterback, but you had to prepare for the first game with Franklin as the head coach of Penn State. So you really didn't know what to prepare for. You could look at what Penn State did last year, but it was a different coaching staff.
Yeah, of course.
You could look at what Vanderbilt did last year, where Franklin coached.
Different personnel.
Different personnel. So you really don't know how to prepare a game plan for them. So that was tough for them. In light of all of that, flip it to the other side. You're going over there and starting in Ireland with a new quarterback. Let's not forget, Bortles went to the NFL last year. So
and you got a sophomore at that.
Exactly. He struggled in the first half.
Yeah.
Got his rhythm going in the second half, which got rid of the jitters first half, rallied the team because they were down big in that game to Penn State and actually took the lead late in the game.
He lacks experience, Marco, but he's got a gun. That's all I keep hearing about this kid. He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
The second half, to me, the way he rallied the team and now have that extra week to prepare for this one, I think that sets this up, and I think this line is
we're on the right side here.
Way too high on this one with Missouri based on beating a couple cupcakes. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call it. I'm taking Central Florida. I'm going to grab the 10 points that I'm seeing right now. We're taping on Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised to see that line go a little more unless the Sharps come back in late on Saturday like they did last week. If they didn't like Missouri last week,
they're not going to like them this week. Yeah,
this is a better football
if it was
team
a play, if it was a play against Missouri and not on Toledo,
yes,
then rest assured they're going to take the double digits here as well.
Absolutely. All right, he's Vegas Runner from the PhillyGodfather.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, WagerTalk.com. We'll have more videos. Stay tuned.